Another freaking rando stream. I don't know how long I'm gonna be running today, but I'm gonna try to get this done. I've torn down the Inferno. This was the Inferno. I think it's the VT. I don't know. I have to look it up. But this is one of the original Inferno ready to run Kyosho GT kits. It's not the GT2. I've had the GT2 before, which I had varying issues with. We have Son, the RC cat with us, standing up in front of the camera. So what are you doing, buddy? It's funny, he looks thinner on the... Anyways, we're going to get this done. Right now, I'm running into the same issue I had with the first Kyosho conversion I did, is this front dog bone is a problem. And I can't find one that fits. I've looked everywhere. It's either too long or too short, so I think I'm going to use the original one that was in there and put in some spacers. Because I think that's the only solution, really, to get the dog bone out to pop out. I think that's what I did with the last one, too. I think that goes in there. The issue is that if I had spacers, if I put a spacer in here and a spacer in there, it'll keep the dog bone from popping out. Do I 3D print them? I don't know what I did, but I can put something in there for sure. That was holding me back. Here, is it top down? So it's this dog bone. Basically, it's too short. When you put the spool in, you move this, like this shock tower, this center depth mount used to be back on these two holes back here, and it gave, it made this distance shorter. Something, I don't know. Oh god, you know what I forgot to do? Oh.
Test, test. That's better. Whew, sorry about that. Makes the first bit of the stream sound absolutely awful. So, anyways, getting back at it. What was I saying? Oh, yes. This is the Kyosho Inferno GT. The original one, I think it's the VT is what they called it. Just like the Hyper VT was. Yeah, everyone went to that. I don't know what that VT, what V was supposed to stand for. But before they moved to GT, the Grand Touring moniker. Yeah, and this is it. It's got a high-tech titanium gear servo up front, which is just fine, works great, even at 8.4 volts. So we're going to keep that. I took out an older Kyosho. I cut the plate here, razor sharp right there. So I should get a file that down a little bit. Of course, my file's not up here because I was just sharpening my blade, but we'll worry about that later. Okay. I was going to go racing down in Manassas today, but I decided, I have too much stuff to do. And every time I leave the house, I come home but with another project. And I got to stop doing that. Fix everything I have. Get everything working, ready for next season. If you guys are in the Maryland area, we are running Electric GT 818 scale, Nitro GT 8 scale, and 1/5 scale Rally 1/5 scale on road, which is like, stuff. And 1/10 scale 21.5, I think, is what everybody wants to run. I am not a huge fan of 21.5 personally. I think it's super slow and it gets on my nerves, but that's what people want to run. I think you should run mod. We have enough space for mod, and really, it's not that much faster. It isn't. And the fact that people try to limit the motor, it just makes it so that people that don't know what they're doing, they get beat. because they expect 21.5 to be like this thing where everybody's car is moving the same speed, and that's not what it is. Okay, just run mod. That's my motto. Hot motto. Ha 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 ha. I'm a funny guy. Anyways, let's get back to this thing. I don't know what I did with the top plate now that I'm looking around here. Yeah. Is my camera is too bright? It looks really bright. Because it's daytime to that. Got cat hair on my tongue. Gross. All right, so what we need to do is figure out spacers. And to do that, I think what I'm going to do is grab a couple of these. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick this little round piece in there. That's what she said. And from that, yeah, that'll be my spacer, I think. I think that's what we're going to do. I think a dinka. Left cam. This guy right here. Oh, I have to restart my left cam. Let's see, how's right cam doing? Right cam's just fine. Top down, just fine. Left cam, no good. Main cam, always great. All right, so let's turn this guy off. Turn it back on. Let's see, is Roman cam good? Roman cam, looking at the ceiling? Yeah, he's fine. Look, there's my cat. It's his butt. Soren. There he is. All right, let's fix left cam. Give me 1 second here, guys. What is this? Deactivate. Activate. Left cam. Back in the game. All right. We've got 4 people in here. Welcome, advanced corrupted men. Watch or take pleasure from the serpent. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these. Here we go, left cam. I'm going to take these guys, that little top piece right there. I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to put that into the drive cup like so. Right? And that'll be my spacer for the inside of the drive cup. And it'll keep my center drive thing from coming out. That's the plan. That is the plan. I went outside and I grabbed those snips. Some other things on the agenda. After I get this car done and ready, I'm going to repair the upper arms on my associated truggy. And then we're going to start painting the, what is that thing called? Oh, it's too big. That's what she said. Okay, those are too big. All right, so I'm going to find something else. It's okay. Still a solution, just can't use that part. Into the box of screws and such. A little ball bearing might work. Looks like it's the right size. Huh, I'm going to use a Mini Z ball bearing. Or not a Mini Z ball bearing, but a Mini Z front wheel bearing. If I can find the second one. If I can find the second one, guys. What up, Crucial? What are you doing out there? Are you at what's that place? RFK? That's Lance from Crucial. I see you guys should go check out his channel. He's got cool stuff. He does fifth scale stuff, 8th scale stuff. He comes racing with us out in Rockville every once in a while. Good dude. Lance, if you ain't got nothing to do, you can come by my house and hang out. We can stream together if you want. I'll scooch all that stuff off the table. Scoot over. You can sit on this side. I liked your stream, man. Like the you had a podcast kind of stream thing. It's pretty cool. I was thinking about doing something like that, and but having everybody come physically to the same place, you know, invite a bunch of people, sit down, and basically do a hey, what's up, Dad? Yeah, no, we stopped racing in Rockville because it's cold. We're gonna start up again in March. I think we're gonna add 1/8 and 1/5 scale drag racing to the game card, or whatever you want to call it, to the race thing. Talking about off-road. Where they off-road? Oh, out in Winchester at Adrenaline. I gotta make it out there too. I went out to Manassas last week, not last weekend, weekend before last. And there's a place, IMRC. I put a video out on it. It's really fun place to race, but it's literally like an hour. It's an hour away, man. We need a closer spot. I'm supposed to be working with a guy from Capital Raceway. Did they? Oh, yeah. RFK Field near DuPont. I saw that post. What's up, Will? I know. I got to get in touch with Corey, and you too, by the way. I'm gonna. I got 4 people. Will, how many people can you have racing at the same time, or have flying at the same time on the DJI system? Is it 4? I think it's 4. My cat is going crazy. Hey, would you stop? What are you doing back there? What are you doing? What are you doing? Back there being fat. You can have 7 people in the air at the same time? At full power? That's an insane amount. Yeah, but how many people can you have up at full power? Can you have 4? Three? Maybe I'll do 3 and 3 then, because I'm working on this Cannibal Run thing. After the stream, give me a call either on Discord or somewhere, and I'll talk to you about it. I could definitely use some help organizing it, but I got all the stuff swirling out in my head. I got some stuff on paper, but it's gonna be epic. Like, and it's gonna be broadcastable. It's gonna be pretty good. Like, rivaling, I don't know if the DRL, probably rivaling the DRL, not rival. What's the other place? That one that, like, with the 4 pilots and they fly through like a stadium. Oh, you would be going far. We'll get to the details later, but it should be pretty epic. Right now, I'm looking for another mini Z bearing in this freaking box full of things that are not mini Z parts. When I have a whole box full of mini Z parts right over there, I can go grab and be done. Let's see if this fits in here. It does. All right. Oh, about to hop on duty, dude. You should play. You know what? I don't play duty. I play freaking Battlefield 6. But I'll hit you up later, and maybe we can stream on Twitch playing some bitchy games. Give me 1 second, you guys. I gotta go grab another mini Z bearing in the parts, in the place where the mini Z parts are. We'll do. Well, we'll do. There we go. I don't need those anymore. Perfect. I might as well use 2 new ones. That one and throw it in the trash. All right, good bearings. Let's hope they fit. So I'm going to drop one in here. Just the right thing. I always lose the right dog bone. It's this one. All right. I got to figure out how to get this other bearing in here. Oh, you know what? I should probably not do that yet. Let me screw this down. No, I can't. I can't screw it down yet. How do I do this? How do I do this? Let's see. This is going to go like that. I could screw this part in. And then... No, I have to do this first. Got to do it first. It's got to be done, man. It's got to get done. That's in there. And this one goes in here. Oh, goodness. I need tweezers. My curved top tweezers are nowhere to be found. So let's use... How do I do that? Okay. It's the blackened one. Not that one's too long. Where did I put it? It's not that one. Definitely not that one. Because I keep on losing the dog bone. It's this one. All right, so if you just joined, I am converting this wonderful, what is this? This is the old Inferno GT, or the Inferno VTE or the VT, whatever it's called. It's basically the precursor to the Inferno GT2 and GT3. I have not seen the GT3. Probably not going to get one either, because if it's anything like the GT2, I want nothing to do with it. But that's going to take more than one, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to take like 2. Yep. Okay, more bearings. Goes in there. And this. Goes in here. Oh, you know. Shit. The bearing is not cooperating. Your cooperation would be greatly appreciated. Damn it. This is what we're going to do. We're going to get a little black grease, put it on there. And I should have it stick in there. There we go. And this one? Is this the one? I told it was the one. Looks like it's the one. That goes into that side. This goes into this side. That needs to stand up in there. Damn it. Come on now. So let's do the same thing to these. Hit them up with a little bit of black grease. Probably a good idea anyway. In the fray as they are. Good grief. That's okay, slide that in there. Let's see if this works. That looks like it's not too far, but we'll find it acceptable for the moment. For the moment. And that looks like it's not going to work. That goes in there. Yep. Uh-oh. Oh, maybe. Let's see, it's flipped over. Looks like that might work. That goes on there. And nope, it's not going to work on the other end. Looks like maybe I take one out of there and put it in here. Yeah. Okay. Solutions abound. Okay, so I take out. Morning, Bob. Hey, Bob. See, now it's not. Now it's not moving. I did nothing different. What's going on here? It goes on there. That goes on there. Right. Weird. Anywho, looks like I took a bearing out. I'm getting the same result. Very weird. Anyways, yeah, I think that's going to be good enough. To put the mount screws back in and see where we're at. Let's hope that these are the mount screws. Oh, that ain't it. These center mount screws are over here, maybe. Nope, those are too big, I think. Nope, no, they're not. Nope, no. Uh-oh, you guys, I think I might have lost the screws. That's why you always pay attention where you put your screws down. I thought I put them in here. So they're in between a 2 and a 4, so that's a 3. I don't see any 3s in here. Yep, that's it. I was wrong. Come on. All right. Let's see how that works. Looks like it works. All right, we have center diffage. The only problem I see now is I think this plate is made for it to be, a different spacing. So what to do about that? Much to do about nothing. What you know out there, Bobs? Ugh. What you building, Bob? What you building, Bob? I want to. It's this way to tighten. It's this way to loosen. Maybe I have to 3D print a top cover for this with the proper spacing, because this one's not going to fit. I was hoping I'd be able to put it on and use this little screw mount right here. At least one part of it would be on. And it looks like it probably could, but I can't get this thing off of here. Heat gun. We can always remove it with the heat gun. Ooh, somebody used all the Loctite on that. The new MP11 kit from Kyosho, the Nitro Buggy, cool. I almost bought the Ready to Run one. I was in New York at a race out there at forgot what that place is called. It's like an outdoor track in I think it's Southern New York State. It's a lot of fun. And they had, I was running a low-seat buggy, and I'm not a fan of any car company that makes a freaking car that sucks out of the box. Like that is, like, you would think that will be like suicide for a company, but a lot of people do it. I know that the Kyosho is great out of the box. I know the Mugen is phenomenal out of the box. Like, the Associated car, and maybe it's because the Associated car and the Mugen cars use pillow balls in the front. It makes the car a lot easier to handle. I don't know if Kyosho, what do you run in the front? Are they running C-hubs or are they running pillow balls in the front on the Kyosho MP11? This is actually going a lot more well than I thought it was. So I'm going to put that in there. That is 2, and that is a 2. Hopefully, they're in T-abs. You dislike pillow balls? Why don't you? What do you know? What do you not like about them? I think they're much easier to adjust. You don't have to buy a whole new part for caster. Yeah. I'm trying to think what maintenance I have to do on my pillow balls. I suppose you do have to make sure that they're not like clamped too tight or too loose. But the caster makes it so much easier. So the more caster you have in the car, the more basically the way this part of the car like leans back like that. It makes your tires, so instead of just turning like, if you look at the bottom of the car, just turning like this, when you lean the post back, your tires they do this when they turn, right? And that gives you outer corner grip and inner corner grip from the in the tire. So it will increase your front steering, and it does require that you run a looser rear because it's a lot more aggressive. Like more, you whip the car a lot more than you would with a car with C-hubs. A C-hub car is like, if you're a consistent, I drive the same line every time, boom, 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 that's where I get my speed from kind of driver, then the C-hub setup is probably great. But I am more of a aggressive and power person. Like I'm not consistent enough to run the same line, but I can still be fast because I can get in and out of the corner like really quick. Like because I have ADHD. I can't think when I race. I can't think full track. I just can't do that. I take every corner as if it's a brand new corner. You know? Yeah. Cambers. Yeah. Yeah. So like, because I come from bashing. Like I'm used to like just being all over the place. And when I race, I have to like, because of my short attention span, I can't like, it's hard for me to look at the track as one sweeping movement. I have to like break it down into different chunks, and so that my head can get around doing. I just get better at going into the corner and getting out of the corner as close inside the corner as I possibly can on every corner. And if I do that consistently, I can keep myself in first place or second place or wherever I am. So yeah, that's why. But I mean, C-hubs have the same thing. It like in this car, actually the caster on this is way better than the GT2. The GT2 is like basically the frickin' front C-hub. It's standing straight up. It's awful. And I think these are 15.5s. It's marked on there. And this right here, these are 17.5s I'm going to put on to replace those, so I get a little bit more caster, because this car drives so like, I don't know if flat is the right word, but it drives really icky. That's right. So this is right. So yeah. Yeah, it's the right 15. So it looks like it'll fit. Yeah. Oh, let me check on a shipment real quick. See what this thing is. It's gonna get here today. I've been obsessing over the Kyosho Inferno GT platform. I had the GT2 and I tried to make it work and I could not do it. So I'm going to go back a version to this is the VT, and see if I can get this one to work. I did a lot of things to that other car, to the VT2 or the GT2. I changed the shocks to actually big bore shocks. I changed the springs. I did everything I could, but I couldn't change the caster because I didn't know about the hubs. And then it had the that Audi, not Audi. 12, yeah. Yeah, 18, like the more caster angle you have, the yeah, it just came out, the GT3. And I don't think you can buy it in kit form. You have to buy it fully built. It's not like it's more, supposedly, it's more race tuned than the GT2. The GT2 is like a parking lot basher. It's got a lot of plastic parts in there, and the shocks are absolutely horrible. I think they're one whole aluminum disc shocks. Like the disc inside is aluminum, running in plastic. So all it does is scrape up the inside of the thing and fill your freaking shocks full of plastic dust. It's pretty bad. But I think if you go to Horizon Hobby, I think has some. I think if you go to Brooklyn Hobbies in Brooklyn Hobbies website, I think they got a couple in stock. Aiming doesn't have any, I don't think. So you basically got to find a store that got a few of them, and nobody bought them because they were nitro cars. Let's see. They're not going to get to Wednesday. That's fine. Because I bought, the GT2. Yes, with the AMG body. That's the one I sold it. The AMG body is what sold it. I converted it to electric because the nitro engine that came stock in the car was awful. I tried to swap it out, and I was like, yeah, I'm not dealing with this. I 3D printed all these parts to convert it and stuff. But yeah, I couldn't get it to work as well as a shorter wheelbase car, because this car is the 360 millimeter wheelbase. Most other cars are 325 at the widest of the wheelbase. So the cars are shorter. The shorter car, it turns better. Like I have a Mugen. This is what is down here. This is a Mugen GT7, MGT7. I have the Serpent, whatever that's called, the Serpent whatever GT car, just right back here. This is the new Habao GT2, and that is the Habao VT EC8. That one is also 160 millimeter wheelbase, but it's more for speed runs and drag racing. I tried to actually. You can get that car to be a demon on the track. Actually, it doesn't take that much. I 3D printed a part to make the shocks be out further on the arms for that car. Eventually, I'm going to have a store where people can download all these things I make. GT3 race kit Kyosho had. Well, yes, the GT3 is an RTR. The GT2 was an RTR. The GT3 I thought was also an RTR. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's look it up. Kyosho GT3. Oh, is it 1/10? That's the phaser. Are you looking for the phaser one? Kyosho. And I thought there was an Inferno GT3. But maybe I'm wrong. I saw somewhere. GT2. Oh, it's the title of the car is so the Kyosho Inferno GT2 2020 Mercedes AMG GT3 1/8 scale forward drive electric. So that's the same car. Maybe I'm mistaken then. I thought it was something different. Somebody's got it on eBay for way too much money. The GT3. It's $14.90. Kyosho Inferno GT3. One-eighth GP four-wheel drive. Look at that thing. I found it. 33101B. Yeah, I see it. Here, I'll bring it up on here so you guys can. Kyosho GT3. Nitro. Nope. GT3. There it is. There it is, the Inferno GT3. So is it just the GT2 as a kit? Looks like it's got way better shocks. Oh my God. Is that what I have? No. This is nice. It's got aluminum shock towers. It's got real freaking big bore shocks. That's powerful, nice. Here, watch this. I'm gonna GT2, the Neo, AMG. Yeah, God. Ain't nobody selling one of those things. The Neo 4.0, those buggy. P9. There it is right there. That looks like it. It's got the aluminum shock towers. If you're willing to pay top dollar for it, they got one. That's real nice. Yeah, look at those shocks. That's way better. Yeah, well, you know, you could probably get an MP10 and find all the parts to convert it. Yeah, I love Techno too, man. Techno kicks ass. I run Techno short course truck, the 410.3 outside. I really like the Techno EV48. It's like my favorite car. One of those things, and you know, I'm not super experienced, but it's one of those cars where you build it right out of the box, and it's competitive, like right out of the box. You don't have to buy any more parts. It seems like with Losi now, like I didn't buy it. I won a Losi 8X 4.0, I think it was, and I put that car together. It's this one right here. I took it out to the track on loose dirt. It was schmedium, but on hard packed, it was awful, so awful. And in order to, I met a guy that runs only Losi, and he's like, dude, what you got to do is you got to go get one of these. You know, get this part. The front C hubs, the aluminum front hubs, were like $95 for 2 of them. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'll just go back to a buggy that I enjoy. I sold that. I sold a couple cars and I bought that. That is the MBX6 Mugen. Big fan of Mugen. I might actually get their 2-wheel drive buggy at some point. I'm trying to set up a sleepy cat cam. Soren, what are you doing, buddy? Soren the RC car cat says he is tired. All right. Let's see. I have a. Oh God, what did I do with it? I got a battery tray for this car. God knows what I did with it though. This is gonna get a Mamba X system in it. It's gonna go there with the Mamba censored 1717. It's gonna go in here. And this wireless ESC programmer is going to go in there. I have this other, what is this? This is the 1412, 6400 kV drag motor. I don't know. Oh, look at that. Son of a bee. I found my cable. No, this is the wrong one. It has to be the other one. I have one of these already, but it's the wrong. Yeah, it's the wrong. Never mind. Never mind. All right, so that's gonna be a setup. Motor, ESC. I just gotta find the battery tray I ordered. It's around here somewhere. Battery tray. All right. Before we get into the battery tray, let's see if these things fit. Please, God, Lord Jesus, heaven, God, and above, let these fit. I need to take these two out and this out. Mini Inferno. There's a Mini Inferno? A guy on here wanted to buy a bunch of my old Nitro stuff. I got a bunch of, not a bunch, but I got 4 or 5 old Nitro motors. They all work. Oh God, that didn't sound good. They're all in different states of need to be cleaned, but red Loctite, huh? Looks like red Loctite and a little CA glue, because these things do come out. That is a problem. What is going on here? Houston, we have a problem. We got a screw that's defying laws. Yeah. I got a couple things that I'm probably never gonna get rid of. I have this thing right here. This is an X-ray M18. Back when things started to get small, but it's a teeny tiny little guy. It's got a Castle system in it. I traded a guy a bunch of stuff, a bunch of quadcopter stuff for it, I think is what it was. No, Mini D stuff. Oh, for God's sake. Really? Really, really? It's just a little teeny. It's got all the racing hop-ups that you would want on it. Really cool little car. Can't get parts for it anymore, but I have like 3 unpainted bodies and a bunch of parts. Of course, it fell on the floor. Of course, it did. Okay, I need to get this off of here. How do I do that? It is not wanting to come up out of this thing. It is definitely out of the slot, but it looks like he must have glued it in there or something. Dang it. Yeah, that's the full carbon chassis one. Like the full race kit one. I've had a lot of people like, hey man, I'll give you this much, I'll give you this much. Like, nope. Nope. There we go. That is a lot of Loctite, my friends. All right. So now, let's take this out. in my on-roads, let's see. It's written on. I run associated oil or grease, or whatever you want to call it. And I think, let's see. I run 15 in the front, 15 in the front, 50 in the middle, and like, I don't know, 10 in the rear, something like that. Because most on-road cars don't have a center diff. If you're running a center diff, you want to lock it up as much as possible. I wouldn't go like I mean, you could go 100K, I guess, you know, because it's not like your GT car is going to ever get to the point where it's jumping off the ground and wheeling, right? So you don't need to diff out to the front or anything like that. So you want all wheels running at the same time all the time. So either put a spool in the middle or put like 100K in there, 50 to 100K in there, and kind of lock up the center. And then you, like, if it depends, if you drive 110 scale touring car, you may want to run something really heavy in the front, because a lot of those guys are used to there being a spool in the front of the car. And if you want your car to drive like that, then you try to lock up the front as much as possible and leave the rear kind of loose. If you don't run 110 scale, I would set it up like you set up your buggy and see how that works for you. A lot of the problem I have in GT is solved by tires, not really as much the diffs. So when I first tried to run GT electric, I was running soft tires all the way around the car. Like, I think I was running XM3s or something like that. And the issue is you have too much steering for the rear of the car if you do it that way. So what you need to do is run like XM2s in the rear and run like XM4s up front. That way you're never oversteering the rear of the car, because that's a lot of the issue with GP on asphalt, at least, is when you throttle up out of the corner, the car wants to get unsettled because the rear doesn't have as much grip as the front. And if you put softer in the front, you're just gonna tailspin at every corner, because you're gonna have way too much steering in the front of the car for the rear to hold up enough grip. You could run weight in the back. You could do that too, to give you a little bit more planted rear end. But yeah, that's what I've been noticing in the GP world. It's not as bad in a nitro car, because the nitro motor is heavier and it's toward the back, so you get more rear grip. And the fact that you can adjust front and rear brake helps, because you could up the front so your car always transfers weight to the front on brake, stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not super experienced, but this is what I know so far. What was I doing? I was testing to see if this thing fit. Where is it? It's the left one. Box. And I didn't figure that whole front tire, back tire thing out by myself. My friend Sean told me about it. I was like, oh, is that what I was supposed to do? And then, I was able to race around the racetrack like everybody else. And then it's more about braking with your 8-scale GT car. Because as long as you set up, so your rear droop makes the car flat on throttle, but allows for the car to rise up in the back on brakes so you can transfer that weight to the front and get into the corner. Because with the harder wheels up front, you push a lot without breaking it, like at least a little bit into the corner, or at least letting off. No problem, man. Oh, there it is. I lost my freaking. All right, tell me this fits in here. Oh, it does. It does fit. It does fit. Ooh, that's crazy, Caster. All right. It does work. All right. So, taking this guy. Oh, that's not big enough. What did I do with the drill? Cat cam. I do have a screwdriver tip up here somewhere, as I did yesterday. How am I going to get these things out of here? Where's that spray bottle of alcohol? It was well-intentioned, but bad advice. Hell yeah, 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 yeah. Let it break through. Oh, let it break through. Oh, let it break through. Ugh, God, I hate that smell. All right, let's take it out first, and then we'll get those pieces out. I was going to worry about these, but I'm not going to because I have a whole bunch of them. I am going to worry about them. I am. I don't want to lose them. Oh, God. You know what I need is a freaking E-clip remover. I think I bought one, but God knows where it is. I need something sharp that's not going to stab me in the hand. What do I have? Do I have something spiky and sharp? Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. All right, here we go, guys. This is me cutting myself in the hand. There's going to be bleeding on the stream. There will be blood. Hey, didn't shoot off a little bit. Yay. There we go. That's a better way to do it. Heavy front diff fluid will cause more understeer. Yeah. Which one is understeer? Is understeer like when you push the corner? Yeah, understeer is pushing. Oversteer is whipping, right? I think it's how it goes. Yeah, understeers and plows to the corner. Look at that, they're coming right out. Agreed. Yes, thank God they fit. Looks like this is going to work. This is the caster block from, I think it was the MP 7.5, and it looks like it's going to work on this car. I'm super, super stoked about it. It's almost 2:30 a.m. You can tell by the lights. Open the curtains and let in the atmosphere. I don't know how these are supposed to go in here, and if there's any difference in them, but I don't see any numbers on here. Let's use the same one on the other side. This little thing pointing down. Okay. Come on. Get away. This way. Oh, wow. I had it in backwards anyways. Oh, does this fit in here? It does. Okay. Make sure that's the case. In there. I have to shave that down a little bit. There we go. Okay, look at that. Now this guy goes. At the top we go. And let in some sky. It's almost 2:30 a.m. You can until the lights open the curtains and let in the atmosphere. Uh-oh. Nope. All right. So what might one do? Shave down the part or shave down the thing? This isn't quite fit. And I don't know if I want to shave this down. But I might. I just might. Yeah, because you definitely need the sleeves. Just picturing what a millimeter of space would be like. It's probably this whole top piece. There should be enough threads left in there. Dang it, you guys. Dang it. Really hoping that would just fit in there, but it does not. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. All right, so this only fits in here if I take the top collar out of the top or one out of the bottom. And you need the collars for the thing to move freely in the space. So I can either take a millimeter off the hub or take a millimeter off this piece. I think I'm going to take a millimeter off this piece because this is pretty bulky. Or shave, I don't know, half a millimeter off this top and half a millimeter off the bottom. It's going to be fun trying to get that to be even on both sides, but I think I'm just going to live with it. Let me grab my Dremel battery real quick. Ooh. The heck? The lock button on my Dremel is acting funny. Oh. That's a neat little trick, Dremel. All right. Dang it. Things I am not looking forward to doing. It looks like this is going to take a not so good turn. I'm going to have to modify the the hub. So this thing I have to shave down. I'm going to shave off. Which part is the top? It goes this way. So let's mark the top with a black dot. Oh God, you guys, this is gonna suck. Here, you know what? So you guys don't hear that, I'm gonna turn my mic down a little bit. Why is this thing insisting on copying and pasting when I click on something? Test, test, test. Test, 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 test. There we go. 1 second, going loud. All right. What I did was I shaved everything down flat to this little mark part here and see if that works. May not have been enough, but one could only hope. This goes on this way. Yep, it worked. Perfect. There's a hole on that side. There's the hole on the bottom side. Oh God. Yep, there goes both my seed clamps into the oblivion. I just gotta see if this hole lines up. It goes right there. If that lined up, does this hit? Yeah, it does. Yeah. Okay. One more thing needs to be modified. What was that? Oh, sorry guys. We're having technical difficulties. Please hold. I just lost the back to my... You know, guys, I'm just a guy trying to make a stream, you know? Just a guy trying to get his streams. Third disc got lost. Hey, this guy's 16102 Wear Pro Traxxas XRT buy. What? Oh, where do you buy Traxxas XRT? I don't know. Should I buy it from the States? Where are you trying to buy it from? Traxxas. He's from Slovak nations. Alrighty. Let's put another screw. Oh no, I have to do something else. I have to shave the outer part of this. All right. For clearance. For clearance, Clarence. Well, hate to do it, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And what was I doing? Where is the... There it is. This goes on like this. No. And now I've lost both of the collars. That's not good. Oh, now I've done it. Now I've really done it. I dropped the collars, you guys. I didn't hear them hit the floor, so I had to drop them up here. The bottom one's still in there, so it's just the top one. Top collar, where did you go? Here's this part. It's got to be up here somewhere. There. Shoot. I bought another set of these collars, and I don't know where they are. But for right now, for my sanity, just put it in there and see if this thing still rubs. It does not. There's the hole. Oh, I guess I could have very well dropped it, huh? I held it down here. Crap, you guys. There it is. See, that's a freaking project stopper right there. All right. Let's get these crazy glued up things and put them back in here. Yeah, that's got to be cleaned off. What do you guys use to clean off Loctite from screws? Thought you could use this alcohol. For some reason, my alcohol is. She was like caked on there. Pre-cleaning rag. Thread chaser. Is thread chaser something I need to go buy? I have brake cleaner. Yeah, it works all right. Alcohol did the job for right now. I don't like working on a stand. Get some nerves a little bit. Nope, didn't work. Where's the gosh dang hole? No? Jesus, man. If this doesn't work, I'm literally going to throw this whole thing in the trash. Sorry, not so talkative today. I'm losing my. Going in there? It is. It's not hitting anything. Now let's get the bottom one to go in, and we'll be in there like the proverbial polo swimwear. It's not behaving as I want it to. Do I have another one? Nope. It's exciting. Come on. Just thread in there, buddy. How hard is it? It cannot possibly be as hard as you're making it. It's definitely something very strange is happening. Something very strange is happening. You should really be able to just force that in there. Maybe this is the wrong screw? How can that be? Maybe this is the top one and that other one is the bottom one? I don't know, man. I just want it all to end, you know? Just want it to freaking end. Maybe. Do I have another screw? My God, you guys, this is... Yeah, it doesn't fit down in this thing is what it is. All right, let's try one of these. So 2.5. Here's too long, too short. That is going to stick like a bugger. That is unacceptable. That's being caused because it's too tight. All right. Got to shave off just a little bit more material. All right, I got to switch to a better wheel because this one is too hard of a grind. Because, well, I don't know. All right, I'm going to turn my mic down one more time here. Remodeling your models with a Dremel. I just saw that piece drop. And I was like, oh no, it's fine. And then whoa. It's almost 2:30 a.m. You can tell by the numbers. Open the window and let the atmosphere. Is it? It is. What's up? There. Now there's a little bit more space. Let's see if this fits underneath it here. I don't think it does. Right at the top, there it goes. Putting in work, fellas. Putting in work. Nope. Where am I?